Hi everyone, Claw Girl here, and welcome to another one of my videos. You can help support this channel by subscribing and liking. And if you want to throw me some caps, there's a link in the description. And also, I'm now on X, so there's also a link if you want to follow me on X. And now to this video. In this video, I'm going to be taking a tour and location of the Radiant Remedy Shelter. It first appeared in the Atomic Shop for the Season 20. That was March 18th, 2025. As a standalone, it was 1,500 atoms. As the bundle, it was 2,000. I went with the 2,000 because you got quite a bit of extra stuff that I actually wanted. So let's get, sorry for a squeaky chair. Let's go around and explore it now. So it is, if you just bought it and are new to Fallout, on your build is the very last category, shelters. There is no big shelter entrance for it. The only one is the small one. It is called the Radiant Remedy entrance. It looks like a basement entrance or something like that. Let me see if I can get it. There it is. So there's only one entrance for it. These entrances can be built in a camp or a shelter. I believe a workshop too. Maybe I'll test it at the end if I remember. If I don't remember, just ask me. I'll go test it after the video. All right, let's get started. So this is the entrance. Here is your machine. You can turn it on build this way by hitting the X. You can also, it's not available in camps, but you can scrap the entire shelter at one time with the square button. I don't have anything built in it right now. Also, this is where you repair. NPC enemies don't come down here, but players can, and players can destroy your items that are within your shelter if you're in a public world or a private world and they're a friend. What a friend, right? So there is a stairs here. So we'll be going down to that level later. We're going to explore the first level first, at least, or the level that you enter on. I'm not sure what level it is yet. So let's just walk around. This seems to be one of the bigger shelters, if not one of the biggest. I have not looked around it yet. One of my friends was telling me that it was pretty big, so we'll just explore and see how big it is. Oh, is that fish? Okay, this is dirty water. Would have been perfect if it was toxic for the ghoul build. But there appears to be at least two fish. Let me go into camera mode. It looks like they are able to go into this little tunnel area. See if I can go underwater. There's one, two. I think there's only going to be two, but they do seem to be on some sort of rotation. So yeah, you got a little aquarium. Let's go in here. And that seems to be it for this level. So this level alone is a little bigger than a small shelter. Almost medium size. All right. We're going to go down. Oh, there's an upstairs too. I think this is the way out. Let me back up. Yes. So this exit, I believe, never takes you back to your starting point. It always takes you outside to whatever camp or workshop that I think you went in. I'm not sure. I'll have to do some testing. I don't know if you switch camp locations, if that will also switch the exit, but you will always land on the map, not in whatever entrance you went in. So if you're wanting to go back to a certain shelter, you need to have a shelter entrance exit put in this shelter itself. Hopefully that made sense. See if I can turn on the light. First I thought it was like a fireplace, but I think this is more of a mine, maybe a support or something. I'm going to try to keep the light off as much as possible unless something's dark. That way you can kind of see how the lighting is in here. Oh, we do have. Okay, that is a down. I think we went up. Let me see. No, okay. I was looking at that, but we went down. C downs. Okay, so we'll call that the upper level. Currently we are on, so there's another level. We'll come back to that. It looks like this level right here is not as big as the top one. So with this added to the top area, we're looking at about a beginner medium shelter. So let's go down. We have more fish. They go into it. So there's one. Might only be one in this one. Oh no, there's two more. So there seems to be at least three. Your source of water. So you do have water down here. It is dirty though. Would have been cool if it was toxic, but I guess maybe they don't want everyone getting irradiated, but do want a water source. All right, this appears to be a large medium shelter. I thought it would be a lot larger, but it is a pretty good size medium shelter. Let's see, let me walk around some more, make sure I didn't miss anything. Turn the light on this time. We'll go around with the light on. That way you can see how it looks now with it all lit up. Lit up. So the ceilings are, yeah, your basic ceilings. Actually, let me go down with the light on. Show this area. The atmosphere is excellent in here. This would make a creepy shelter. If you like a creepy themed. So there is quite a bit you can do with it. Oh, there is a fireplace. Here's the entrance. So I covered that. I covered this room with the fireplace. Try to make sure I'm looking at the ceilings. All right, this area I have not gone into with the light. This should be where the fish are. Nice spider webs. Yeah, this is the one with two fish. And another little nook area. This would make a nice bedroom, I think. Or a large bath. Torture chamber. Whatever you're looking for in a shelter. Now to give you some ideas of how big the rooms actually are, I'm going to put out some of the crafting items and maybe a couple beds. Alright, put out one of the, see if I can put out one of the large, yeah, the car is one of the largest crafting items. Yeah, it's going to be a, yeah, looks like no. Let me go back to the regular, your basic one. So this is kind of what it looks like with some stuff in it. Just to give you an idea of how big the rooms actually are. And I will go one more time downstairs. Also build a couple things. Give you an idea of what it looks like in here. See if that big crafting will fit down here. That's too bad. Yeah, looks like nothing really big is going to fit. Again, here's those rooms with just one item in them. Give you an idea of the size. Let's go downstairs and do it one more time. This also would make, I think, a nice bedroom with a bath. Because you just go in here, drink your dirty water, and oh, you can swim. Guess this one's big enough for a swimming pool. I'm swimming with my fishies. All right, let's put a bed out down here. All right, let's do different size beds. Any big ones. And then here are your doubles. Do I have that one? Yeah, this one's pretty. Love, oops, it's exciting. It's like an old song, isn't it? All right, there's that. Show them pods. I don't want to put, oh, put it right here. Can I get up there? Trying to remember. It's been a while since I've messed with the double bunks. I think you can use both sides. I mean, top and bottom, but yeah. Maybe someone has to be in the lower one before it'll let you go to the top one. There's the lower one. Let's try one more time. Yeah, just I'll have to do an experiment. If you want to know, let me know. I'll do the experiment on the double bunks. I guess they're just called bunk beds, aren't they? All right, let's get a look now. Kind of how much room is. Now, these are not laid out very nice. It's just to kind of fill the space to give you an idea of how big it is. And let's see, let's see. Do some washer dryer because yeah, you got to keep your clothes clean. So it looks like you. Oh, actually, in a shelter, everything's going to float, or it can float. So it will actually be nice because it accommodate. Yeah, that's kind of floating. I put it down a little bit more to make it look right, but you can float. I think everything in a shelter. All right, I think that's going to be about it. Back to the beginning again. Yep. So that's it with this torn location. Now, if I didn't cover anything and you do have some questions, throw them in the comments. I will go ahead and show you by leaving through the actual exit. Because technically from here you can go anywhere on the map. You can actually go back to where you started. So this entrance is actually in one of my other shelters at this particular camp. So I'm just going to show you. I should just land somewhere close to the camp. Let me back up. There we go. So I believe it is still depends on where on the map you enter the shelter. I think even if the camp is taken away. So yep, back in my camp. My dog. Alright, I'll end it here. Looks like it's nighttime before I'm attacked. Alright, again, if you have any questions, throw them in the comments. I'll do my best to oh, too late. I'll do my best to answer it. Looks like my camp is being attacked, so I gotta go. If you have any Fallout 76 questions, you can also throw it in the comments. Alright, pup. These animals are just like real dogs. They're always getting in the way. Who's the good boy? Alright, I gotta go. Bye, everyone!